All right, welcome back to another night of hockey here at Robert Crown in Evanston. After a Thanksgiving break, the girls are back on the ice. We have a full team tonight as we face off against Maine. It's our next door neighbor rivals. They currently stand at 0-4-3, so they are winless on the season as well, the same as us. We are 0-8. We have 5 more games, this and 4 more, remaining in the tiering round, and then we'll be moving on to regular season play. About 3.5 more minutes of warm-ups, and then we'll get the game underway. Tonight's matchup should be a little more favorable as compared to our last one where we played York, who sits at the top of the standings in the tiering round. I've had a couple people ask me about the schedule for the regular season, which will take place after the first week of December. We haven't set the schedule yet because the league hasn't divided up between the 2 tiers. So as soon as we get those divisions, we'll then be able to make the schedule, and I will let everybody know, or you can check on the website to get that information. And as always, you can either find that on the Evanston Girls or the Evanston High School Hockey website, or you can check out the Metro Girls Hockey webpage, and it's a little easier to navigate and find when the games are and who we're playing and see the standings for everything. Looks like we have Bryn Claire back out on the ice. Haven't seen her for a few games, so that's good. As well as Jillian Young and Zoe Kramer, I think, is back out here as well. So good to see some faces that we've missed previous weeks. So our next game will be this Wednesday against Chicago Central, followed by another game next Sunday against the Barrington Phillies. And that'll be followed by the following Sunday, December 14th, against the Naper Valley Warriors. We have one game on the tiering round that hasn't been put on the schedule, and that's against Lake Forest Academy. They run their hockey season from the beginning of December through February, like a typical winter sports team or sports season. All right, as we get this game underway, Evanston's in the white jerseys with blue trim and orange numbers, and Maine is in black jerseys with white numbers. Well, if we have Young, Kramer, and Graysick back out on the offense, and Nord and Crow on defense. Puck goes around to the far side. Young takes control of it, moves in front of net, pass to Graysick. Broken up. Crow with the shot. That one goes wide. Now Maine recovers the puck and moves it down into the Evanston zone. Crow chases it around, taken by Nord. Nord up to Kramer. Kramer missed his shot there, goes wide by one of the Maine players. Maine working the puck here on the near side. Centering pass broken up by Nord. Nord kicks it out from in front of the goal again. Puck does not clear the zone, and Maine moves it back in. Now Nord with the puck. She catches Maine in a change, and she gets the puck over to Graysick. Graysick dumps it in so she can get off the ice. Nord tries to center it, and Young's there. She moves the puck. We have Conaway back on defense. Young comes off the ice for a change. We have Claire back on defense. Young chips it in. We have Koniger, Brown, and Plyder out on offense with Claire and Conaway back on defense. Brown sends it over to Koniger, unable to keep it on her stick, and now Maine moves it down, but that was deflected, so that won't be icing. Oh, I guess it was. Maybe it was deflected back behind the red line. So we'll go back into the Maine zone for an offensive face-off. 11:33 to play here in the first period. Fighter at the centering dot. She wins the puck, gets it back. Claire with it. She centers it. Now Brown working in the corner. Maine tries to bring it out, and they do. They got a 2-on-1 with Claire back on defense. She moves in, shot. That one's just over Leela's shoulder and into the back of the net at 11:15. Maine strikes first here tonight. This has been a symptom for our Wildcats all season. Other team getting an early goal. Line change here for the Wildcats with Koski, Weber, and Angel out on offense, and Nord and Peterson back on defense. Wildcats win the draw again over to Angel. Goes back out to Peterson. Nord defending on the near side. They bring it in off sides. So we'll get a face-off just outside the Evanston defensive zone. Puck comes back to Nord. Nord looking for the pass. Waits. Tries to get it out and doesn't. And Maine gets a shot on goal. $10:53 to go. Koski at the centering dot. Weber with the puck. Just moves it up to Koski. Koski over to Angel, but off the boards, and Koski takes control of it again. Puck comes back into the Evanston zone. Nord moves it up out of the zone. Maine's there to recover again and sends it back in deep. Nord chases it down behind her own net, centers it up to Angel. Just over Angel's stick, and Maine pushes it back deep into the Evanston zone. Now Koski with it on the boards back behind the net. Moves it over to Koski. Sorry, that was Peterson. Now Koski up to Weber. Weber, nice move there into the Maine zone. Fires a shot on net, and that one's saved by the Maine goalie. Line change here for both teams. We have Claire and Crow back on defense with Young, Graysick, and Coplow back out on offense. Scores 1-0 with 10 minutes and 7 seconds to play. Maine comes up with the puck, but Graysick has it. She works with it. Young now with it. And they get it. Maine moves it out of the zone. Crow chases it down. Fires it over to Claire. And Claire back over to Graysick. That one's off the wall, no icing. Young chasing it into the corner. Now Coplow with it. Young, nifty little pass there, but no one was there to take it. Now here comes Maine again, back into the Evanston zone. Fires a shot, and that one's saved by Leela Brownlee. $9:26 to go in our first period. Crow and Young fighting for it in the near corner. Comes out. Now Graysick gets her stick into the mix. And Graysick comes up with it. She moves it into the Maine zone. Takes it down, and Maine swats at it and gets it away. Here comes Claire chasing back to get in position. She does. Well done by Claire, and Graysick chips it around the boards. Now Young with the puck. She skates it quickly into the Maine zone. Nice move there. Almost gets the shot off, and it was broken up by one of the Maine players. We're going to be on the power play here, folks. 8:39 to go. Got a hooking penalty there. We have Pleiter, Young, Conaway and Peterson back on defense, and Kramer is the other winger out there. Young back to Pleiter. Pleiter loses it to one of the main players. They bring it out of the zone. Gets past Conaway. Peterson now chasing it down. Fires a shot there into Leah Brownlee's glove. 1 minute and 46 seconds left on this power play for the Wildcats. .826. Young at the centering dot. Maine comes up with it. Conaway chips it out and gets moved back in. Now Peterson moving with the puck. She gets it up to Kramer. Kramer has trouble keeping that one on her stick and gets the control of the puck again and sends it deep into the Evanston zone. 1 minute and 25 seconds left on this power play. Over to Kramer. She tries to get it up to Young. Maine poke checks that one away and bring it right back in. Shot there, it's blocked by Peterson. Now Kramer moves it out and Pleiter chasing it down here on the near side. Broken up there by Pleiter nicely to keep it in. She has control of it. Koski with the puck, centering pass, intercepted by Maine. Maine tries to move it out. Fires a shot in there by Conaway, and that one goes wide. 45 seconds left on this power play. Nord with the shot from the blue line. That one sails wide. Pleiter with the puck again. She gets it up to Conaway. Conaway moves it back. Oh, she doesn't. That one's off of the Maine player. Conaway sends it over to Nord. Nord passes it over to Pleiter. Now Pleiter moves it in. Shot there, broken up by the Maine player's stick and sails up over the top of the goal. Pleiter there, steals the puck again. She comes in, shoots and misses, and that slow rolls into the goalie's glove. 16 seconds to go on the power play. 6:55 to go in the game, or in the first period, excuse me. Out on the ice right now for the Wildcats, we have Weber, Angel, and Koski on offense. Back on defense, we have Crow and Nord. Maine wins the face-off and sends it all the way down. Brownlee picks it up, plays it, and leaves it there for Nord to take. Nord tries to chip it up. Broken up by one of the Maine players. They keep it in. Now the penalty is over for the Maine squad, and they'll be back at full strength. Koski with the puck. She brings it in over the blue line. Shot there. That one's saved by the Maine goalie. 6:26 to go. Nord comes off to be replaced by Peterson. Koski chasing this one down, but Maine keeps it out of her reach. And move it around and goes all the way into the Evanston zone. Crow chips that one back out. This one intercepted by Crow. Now Crow brings it in, skating, dumps it in deep. Now Young chasing. This Maine tries to move it out of zone there. Weber has it on her stick. Now Angel with it. Tries to get the shot off, but doesn't. Young with it. She dumps it back in. Weber chasing it on the far corner. Young with the puck again. Maine still unable to clear it. Peterson keeps that one in. Young and Weber over on the far side as Maine dumps it around the boards. Crow there to keep it in. Tries a centering pass off of one of the Maine players' skates. 5:25 to play here. Angel steals that one away. Tries to move the puck up to Crow, but that was intercepted by one of the Maine players. Peterson chasing this one down, skates back behind the net as the offense comes on for a change. She tries to move the puck up to Graysick, who's back out on the ice, as is Ella Brown and Young. Shot there goes wide in front of the net. Brown chasing it on the far side. Now Crow working for it. Good physical play there by our defensewoman. 4:45 to go in the first period. Score is 1-0 Maine. We have Claire and Conaway back out on the ice on defense with Graysick, Young, and Brown on offense for the Wildcats. Maine takes that one out of the zone, so they have to reset to get back on sides. Conaway with the puck behind the net. She's looking to skate it, looking for somebody open to pass to. She gets it up to Brown. Brown chips it out of zone. Look how fast Young goes. She skates up and gets it, kicks it with her foot, fires a shot, and that one's saved by the Maine goalie. Good effort there by Jillian Young. Like she was shot out of a cannon chasing that puck. Line change here for both teams, or at least offensive line change here for the Wildcats. We have Kleider, Koniger, and Kramer. Maine moves that one past Conaway, and Claire breaks that one up nicely. Now Kleider hunting it down. Koniger here on the near side. Maine moves it through the Evanston zone. Back behind the net. It's got Kleider working on her. Here goes Claire. She mixes it up, swats it out of the way, and gets control of it. That one taken away by the Maine player. Centering pass there. A couple sticks touch that till it's knocked out of the way. That one's knocked out of the air by Claire. And now has it and sends it all the way down. That'll be icing, but it will get a much-needed line change here for our Lady Wildcats. Back out on the ice for the Wildcats, we have Nord and Peterson. On offense, we have Kramer, Koniger, and Kleider. A lot of R's. Peterson has it on the far side, moves it up to Kramer. Taken away by Maine as they move it in towards the net. Shot saved by Brownlee, who reels it back in with her stick to smother it. 4 minutes and 1 second to play here in the first period. Offensive line change here for the Wildcats. We have Koski, Weber, and Angel. Koski takes the centering. Now Peterson with it. She moves it up the boards to Nord. Nord tries to chip it out. She does get it up off the boards. Into the main zone. Now Angel with the puck. She puts it down into the corner. Now Weber. That one sails past her, and Maine moves the puck back down the ice again. Pass here to the near side as they bring it into the Evanston zone. Centering pass. Shot! And deflected just over the left side of Brownlee for another goal. Well, at 3:26 to play in the first period, Wildcats find themselves in a 2-0 deficit. We have Graysick, Reichel, and Young on offense. Graysick knocks that one over to the far side. We have Crow and Conaway back on defense as that puck sails out of play. Graysick with the puck. She moves it in between three of the players and just lands to the left side of the net, and the goalie smothers it to force a face-off here in the main defensive zone. Young at the centering dot. To Graysick, who sends a bouncing shot to the net, but easily covered by the main goalie. That one goes again to Graysick, who moves it back behind the net. Now Young with the puck. She's skating with it. Looking for the centering pass. Smothered up by two of the main defenders. She still comes out of there with the puck. Oh, she fires that one back to Crow at the blue line. And just gets by Crow's stick. Brownlee sends that one back down out of the zone. Now Conaway with the puck. She sends a pass up to Graysick. And Maine puts the puck in deep behind the Evanston zone, or the Evanston net, excuse me. They move it back. Now Reichel with it. She tries to move it out of the zone. Maine's there to stop it. Now a shot from the blue line. Just bounces up over the right side of Brownlee, and I don't think she even saw that one coming. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play in the first period. And the Wildcats are now down 3-0. We have Koniger on left wing, Brown on right wing, Kleider on center, Nord and Claire back on defense. Here comes Maine. They chip it in. Just out of the reach of Nord's stick. She comes up with it over to Claire. Now Claire looking to move it out of the zone, and Claire over to Nord. And Maine puts it right back in. 1 minute and 49 seconds to play. Claire with the puck. She's skating with it. Over to Koniger here on the near side. Koniger unable to handle the pass. Now Claire with it again, staying deep in the offensive zone. She sends that one ricocheted off of one person and went back towards the net. That could have been a very fortunate unintended outcome. 1 minute and 26 seconds to play in the first period. Nord and Crow back on defense. Brown, Koniger, and Kleider on offense. Kleider wins the face-off, but when she sent it back, it went right in between the two defenders. So Nord tries to clear that one out. Doesn't quite get it all the way around. Now centering pass there. And the Maine player unable to handle that one. Now Kleider with the puck. She skates it around. Now Crow with it. Nord with it. She loses it to the Maine offensive player. Now Crow with it again. She chips it up and out. Not on net, so no icing. They're calling that. So defensive line change here for the Wildcats, or at least one of them. Peterson's back out on the ice. 38 seconds to play. Peterson moves it back across the red line, and 28 seconds to play. Maine fires it all the way in. Nord chasing that one down. Maine comes up with the puck. Pass there. Shot just off of Brownlee's face mask, and rebound right in front of her. Now Nord with the puck. She moves it up to Kleider. Or Koski, excuse me. And Koski sends that one all the way in. They call icing here with 6.5 seconds. Six and a half seconds to play here. We've got Koski, Graysick, and Weber. And Nord and Peterson back on defense. Puck moves around 3 seconds, and Graysick sends that one all the way down, and that'll kill this period. Tough first period here for the Wildcats, as we find ourselves down 3-0 after one. Maine got a quick goal in the first 2 minutes of play, and then the Wildcats did a great job of holding them off for most of the period, and then they scored two quick ones right there at the end, or with a few minutes left. And I think that last goal that Leela saw was bouncing and coming in really awkwardly, so sometimes it's really tough to stop those bouncing pucks. I'm going to edit one thing here on the scoreboard so that you guys can see the what period it is. One thing I have noticed this period is that it's been pretty equal on offense for both teams. Shots on goal is 10 for Maine and 8 for Evanston. So we've definitely had some offensive opportunities. And one other note that I realized is that Molly O'Hara, who's one of our upperclassmen defenders, is not here this evening. So when I said we have a full roster tonight, I was actually wrong. We are down one skater. As the Wildcats take the ice here for the second period, we have Koplow, Young, and Graysick out on offense with Conaway and Crow back on defense. Young, man, she's good with her stick. She gets it all the way into the Evanston or the Maine zone, and Maine tries to move it out, but Crow keeps that one in. Maine recovers, and that's going to be a penalty there on Crow. Centering pass there, broken up. And we are going to be on the penalty kill here to start this second period. 12:34 to go. Crow will be putting a timeout here for 2 minutes for either hooking or tripping. I didn't see what the call was. As Grace sits in the box, we need one more defender here. Looks like it's going to be Bryn Clare. And back on offense, we have Young and Graysick. Graysick gets the puck and moves it all the way down the ice. 12:26 to go in this second period. Graysick on the forecheck. Now Young with the puck. Oh! Kicks to come out and no call there. Puck sails wide. Puck goes back behind the net into the far corner. Now Conaway chasing it down. Now Graysick with the puck. She chips it up off the sides of the boards all the way down into the Maine zone. Now here's Young with the puck. She presses it up against the boards, and here comes Kleider. Kleider with the puck. Looking for a centering pass. Nice little turn move there. Fires a shot, and that one's saved by the Maine goalie. 1 minute left on this penalty kill here for the Wildcats. 11:35 to go. We have Claire and Conaway back on defense. Kleider and Koski out on offense. Good forecheck here by the Wildcats as they put pressure in the zone on the penalty kill. Just chewing up clock. Now Maine moves it all the way in. Broken up there nicely by Conaway. Conaway gets it out of the zone. Now Kleider with it. She tries to move it all the way down. And intercepted by one of the Maine players. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. 36 seconds to go on the penalty kill. 11 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the period. Nord back out on the ice with Peterson. Koski and Kleider on offense. Maine moves the puck around. 28 seconds left on the penalty. Shot there. That one goes wide. Maine moves it back behind the net. Maine moves it around. Centering pass. That one's saved by Brownlee from point blank range. Through traffic. What a great save by Brownlee there. 11 seconds left on the penalty kill. 10:45 to go. puck back behind the net. Shot there. That one's saved by Brownlee. Bounces off in front. We're at even strength now. Here comes Maine again, moving in. That one shot there is broken up by Nord, and then that shot goes in back off of Leela Brownlee's back and into the back of the net. That was a deflected shot. Smart play by Maine. Rebound went off the wall, bounced back, and as Leela went to reach for it, the Maine player shot the puck off of Leela's back and deflected into the back of the net. Now we have Young, Weber, and Graysick on offense. Nord and Peterson. Now Nord looks to move it up to Weber. Now Young with the puck. She moves towards center. She fires a shot. That one just goes over the top of the net. Now Young with the puck again, looking for the wraparound. Fires a shot. That one's there. Oh, Weber with the rebound shot. That one doesn't make it in. 9 minutes and 56 seconds left. Maine moves the puck out, and now Nord with the puck. She skates it around, fires it over to Weber. Weber to Young. Young still with the puck. Centering pass. That one just goes wide. Now Nord has it. She fires a shot, and that one broken up by one of the Maine defenders. Now Nord sends it back in around to Young. Young loses that one. Now here comes Maine as they move it up. Intercepted by Peterson. Oh, that was just off her stick. Now shot there. That one's nice save by Brownlee with her stick. Now another centering pass. One bounces over the Maine player's stick and moves out of the zone. Now here comes Weber with the puck. Still bouncing around. Now Nord tries to chip it in. She still has it. She's right in front of the net. Fires a shot. Goal! Nord puts us on the board here. At 8:56 to play in the second period, and the Wildcats are finally on the board. Good strong effort by Nord there to keep after it, even after she lost it the first time. Well, hopefully that provides a little bit of a spark towards these Wildcats. We've got Koniger, Pleiter, and Kramer on offense. Crow and Claire back on defense. Crow moves that one back out. Now Kramer with the puck. She chips it up off the boards. 8:45 to go. Maine moving the puck. She almost gets that one out, but Claire puts her paw up in the air and stops it. Now Crow with it. She moves it back over to Kramer, just out of Kramer's reach, and Maine dumps it right back in. Back behind the net, Maine has it. Stop and turn now. Pleiter moves it back around. Well, Claire battling for it. Maine still with the puck though here on the near side. She sends it in deep. Claire working hard for it. Now Maine sends it back around. Claire chases it, tries to move it out, but that one's taken by the Maine player and sent in towards the net. Luckily, nobody was in front of the net for Maine. Looks like we might get a boarding or a tripping call. Yeah, we're going to be on the power play, folks. It's like two minutes for roughing here at 7:50 to play in the second period. Out on the ice we have Young, Graysick, Conaway, Nord, and Brown. Brown with the puck, tries to get it back to Young, but Maine comes up with it, centering pass there, comes wide. Now Nord has it. She sends it over to Graysick. Graysick gets it in, and now she battles for it, comes out. Now Nord with it. She tries to chip it up. Graysick moves it back. Now long dump from Maine. Conaway chases it, and she sends a pass back behind the goal. Now Nord with it. She moves it up. Some sloppy passing here by the Kits as Maine controls it in the Evanston zone. 7 minutes to play. Shot there, hard shot. Now Nord with it. Errant pass does come out of the zone, but Maine still has control of it. Now Nord skates with it. She chips it up to Young. Young moves it in. And Maine comes up with it, and that one gets all the way back down to Brownlee. Brownlee gives it to Conaway. Evanston moves it back in. Here comes Maine again. They move it back behind the net. Nord pressuring. Here comes Young, and shot there from the blue line goes in wide, and another shorthanded goal there by Maine to make this 5-1 with 6:18 to play. Boy, our penalty kill struggling a bit there. 29 seconds left though on the on the power play. 6:18 to go. And Maine has just made it a 4-goal lead again. We have Claire and Peterson out on the defensive end for the Wildcats. Not sure what. Looks like they're going to redo this face-off. I'm not sure what happened. We have Pleiter, Weber, and Koski. Maine still controlling the puck. Brings it back into the Evanston zone. Shot there. That one's broken up by Claire. And now Peterson and Pleiter in a scrum in the corner. Puck comes out. Now Claire has it. She sends it over to Pleiter. Pleiter to Weber. And Maine wrestles control from the Wildcats and brings it back into the Evanston zone. Centering pass there. Saved by Brownlee. 5:41 to go in the second period. Quality save there by Brownlee. Pleiter takes the center. Maine has it, fires a shot right away. And now Weber chips it out, and that one will go all the way down for icing. That will allow Evanston to get a line change here, at least on the offensive front. And we have Reichel, Graysick, and Young, backed up by Peterson and Claire. Young wins the face-off, skates around with it. Goes around one of her own players, gets it up to Graysick. Now Graysick with the puck. Brings it in. Stops. Centering pass there. Here's Young. Oh, just flew by it. Graysick tries to recover. Claire keeps that one in. Still bouncing around here, and finally does get out of the zone. Now Peterson with it. She brings it in. Looks like one of the Maine players has trouble with one of her skates and is trying to get off the ice. Puck comes back to Graysick. Now here comes Maine. You can see that Maine player trying to crawl her way off the ice. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Centering pass, that one just sails wide and out of reach of the Maine player's stick. 4:36 to play. Claire with the pressure. Now here comes Claire. She skates it up. Broken up by Maine. Now quick shot. That one's deflected wide or up over the top of the net by Maine. Or by Brownlee, excuse me. Now Peterson with the puck. Here comes Young. Young has it. 4:14 left to play. That one's knocked away by Maine. And now here comes Maine again into the zone. Shot there. Just off the side of the net. As Claire sends that one down, that'll be icing. As we get a line change here for both teams. We have Crow and Conaway back on defense. Koniger, Pleiter, and Kramer out on offense. 3:57 to play. Conaway with the puck. She tries to send it around, broken up by Maine. Maine moves the puck back behind the Evanston net. Almost stolen there by Crow. Now Crow does have it. She moves it up to Kramer. Kramer uses a good job with the body to keep the Maine player from getting control of the puck. Now Conaway, she sends it up to Pleiter. Back to Koniger, to Conaway. Conaway tries to send it in. Unable to. Maine with the skating with the puck. It's back in here in the near corner. Now Pleiter moves with the puck. Skates quickly, unable to get through the two Maine players. Crow with it. She sends it off the board, and Maine recoups the puck and tries to move it back out. Conaway with it. She sends it back in deep. Koniger chasing that one down. Maine chips that one past Kramer, and Pleiter almost intercepts that one. Still in the zone. Kramer fighting for it on the far side. Pleiter gets her stick on it and moves it down deep into the zone. Kramer. Now Pleiter with it. Maine comes up with it. We've got Crow and Conaway back on defense. Conaway chasing down. It's a 2-on-1. That shot sails up and over the top of the net. 2:22 to play. Now Conaway moves it up to Kramer. Maine maintains control. Now Crow with it. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Now Conaway with the puck again. She moves it back around the net to Crow. Crow tries to send it out of the zone. Now she does get it out of there, but goes directly to one of the Maine skaters. Now Crow with it again. She chips it out. Just off of the Maine player's stick, so that won't be icing. Koski, Angel, and Weber out on the ice. Nord and Conaway back on defense. Angel tries to chip that one up, but Maine takes it off of her stick. As they dump it in, Nord chases this one down with about 1:30 left. She loses the puck. Close point blank range there. Good save by Brownlee. 1:22 left to play. We have Peterson and Nord back on defense. Weber, Angel, and Koski out on offense. Maine has control of the puck. They send it back in. Nord kicks it out to Angel. Now Koski with it. Now Nord with it in the far corner. She sends it around. Weber chases this one down. She doesn't get it out of the zone. Still not getting it out of the zone. Nord went to go get that one and just missed it. And shot there, glove saved by Brownlee. 57.5 seconds left in this period. Offensive line change here for the Wildcats. We have Young, Graysick, and Koplow. Now Peterson with it. Sorry, that's Graysick with it. She fights for it here on the near side. Young to help. Young steals that one. Now Young with the puck. She's got it in, looking for centering help. Broken up by Maine as they move the puck back out. 30 seconds left. Battle there broken up by Young. 21 seconds left. Now Graysick with the puck. She moves it around and off the boards and out of the zone, so Maine will have to reset. 15 seconds left to play. As Nord chases this one down, she's got Koplow with her over there on the far side. Nord tries to clear it. Doesn't get it out. 5 seconds to go. That should bring this period to an end. Well, after 2 periods of play, Wildcats are down by 4, 5-1. Nord with a nice goal there to make it a 3-goal game, and then Maine strikes right back. I think the goal by Nord came and made it a 2-goal differential, and then Maine scored 2 quick ones right after. One was a shorthanded goal, which is sometimes pretty hard to swallow if you're on the power play. Well, the shots on goal now reflect the score a little more accurately. 28 shots on net by Maine to only 13 for the Wildcats. One point that I've seen that I think is a pretty positive thing is that we have been winning more face-offs this game than I feel like we have in a while. I don't know if they've been working on that in practice or what, but it's definitely noticeable that the number of face-offs won is improving. Well, with 13 minutes left and a 4-goal deficit, it's a tall ask, but not impossible. I was just informed that it was 4-1, or the goal by Nord made it 4-1, and then they scored quickly to make it 5-1. Sorry for the confusion there. All right, we have Graysick, Pleiter, and Young, Conaway, and Claire. Now Conaway with the puck. She moves it up to Claire. Young with the puck. Maine takes it away. Now Young steals it right back, and she moves it in. She's got Graysick with a pass just off the skate of one of the Maine players. Good idea, though. As the puck comes all the way down here, Conaway sends it softly up to Graysick, but that one's intercepted by Maine. Now Graysick looking for it, loses it, and that puck comes in, and now Claire with the puck. Claire skates it in, moves it around one of the players, and it goes in right behind the net. She moves around with it. Maine comes up with it, and they bring it back down towards Evanston's end. Now, that's Koski who's out on the ice now. Koski, Peterson, and Weber. Here comes Pleiter. Shot, move, and just broken up by one of the Maine skaters. Oh, she had a good look there. As they recover, we have Nord and Conaway back on defense. Koski, Pleiter, and Weber. Now Pleiter with the puck. She tries to send it up, but that's intercepted right at the blue line. Centering pass there, no good. Nord with the pressure on the far side, on the near side, excuse me. Maine moves that one in. Nord chases this one down. She moves it around to the far corner. Weber pressuring there. She's got Brown now. Brown, that one broken up by Brown. Pass there, shot, saved by Brownlee. 11 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Third period here, we have Kramer, Koski, and looks like Weber out on offense. Or actually, it looks like we might be getting a little bit of a line change here. We've got Crow and Peterson out on defense with Kramer, Koski, and Weber. Musical chairs there for a sec. Maine wins the face-off, but knocked out of there by Crow, but doesn't clear the blue line, so Not offsides. Good effort there by Kramer, who tied up the Maine player's stick, so when they couldn't get the pass, and that forced them to reset. Now Peterson with it. Oh, now it's loose right behind the net. Now Peterson does get it again. She sends it around, tries to get it over to Weber. Shot there. Easy save for Brownlee as Crow moves that one up to Kramer. Now Koski with the puck. She sends that one in towards the net, and that's saved by the Maine goalie as they look to skate it up. Kramer and Peterson back on defense. Young back out on the ice. Shot there. That one goes wide. Peterson chips that one around the boards. Peterson with the puck again. She moves it up. Tries to get it up to Weber. Now Young with the puck. 10 minutes to go. Young chips it off the boards. As she sails it up, she's got some open ice. Here she comes. Looks towards the net. Centering pass. Oh! We're going to get a penalty here, guys. Back on the power play. They're going to call interference or tripping. 9:44. Wildcats back on the power play. Tripping is the call. We have Young, Pleiter, and Grayson. Claire and Conaway back on defense. 9:44 to go. Evanston wins the faceoff, but doesn't make it too far out. And Maine moves the puck all the way back down. Hopefully we see a little more life out of our power play this time. Claire with the puck. Deciding which way to go. She chips it up to Pleiter. Pleiter with the puck. Knocked away by Maine. Now Maine with the puck and sends it back in. 1 minute, 50 seconds. Conaway chases this one down. Moves it back to Claire. Now to Conaway, and Maine still just crushing the power play. They move it back behind the net. Now Claire moves it up to Young. Young up to Pleiter. And Grayson just gets into the zone a little bit before Pleiter, and that one will be offside. So we're going to get a face-off here outside the zone. 1 minute, 24 seconds to play in this period, or on this power play. 9 minutes and 8 seconds left in the period. Young, Pleiter, and Graysick out on offense. Puck gets dumped all the way in, and as they move it around, Claire's there to stop it. She sends it back down to Graysick. Graysick over to Claire. Claire fires a quick shot. That one's saved by the goalie. 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the power play. Maine wins the face-off here and promptly sends the puck out of the zone. Claire putting in some good effort there to chase that one. Gets knocked down, and now Young with the puck. She sends it up, and that one's going to be icing. .43 seconds to go on this power play for the Wildcats as we have a face-off in our defensive zone. Nord is back out on the ice with for our other defender. Oh, with looks like Conaway might still be out there, but it seems weird. Sorry, that's Brown. Here comes Nord. Unable to skate through those two players. We have an offensive-minded lineup out here with only one defender. We've got Young, Graysick, Pleiter, Nord, and Brown. Now puck comes up to Nord. Nord loses it as she comes into the zone. Now Pleiter with the puck. Now, Nord gets the back rebound, but does unable to get her backhand into the back of the net. 15 seconds to go. 15 seconds to go in this power play, and that was about as good of a scoring chance as we've seen. We have Brown and Nord back on defense. Koski, Koniger, and Angel out on offense. Koski wins another faceoff. Shot there by Brown. That one just goes wide, and now Maine with the puck again. Koski tying her up on the boards. Puck comes out. Here comes Angel with it. She's got it, and Maine wrestles control of the puck away from her. Sends it in deep. She was just past the red line, so that won't be icing. Now Nord with the puck. She looks to skate it up. Loses it, though. Now Maine with the puck again. Here comes Maine. Knocked away by Nord. Centering pass there. Koniger tries to clear that one out. Maine keeps it in. 7:13 to play. Brown with the puck. She sends it around. Over to Angel. Centering pass there off of Nord skates. Now Nord kicks it and tries to get out, but goes directly to one of the Maine players. Centering pass there. Shot in there. Just over the top of Brownlee's head and into the back of the net. That'll make this game 6-1. 6:55 to play. Line change here for the Wildcats. We have Graysick, Young, and Reichel with Crow and Peterson back on defense. Puck comes back to Peterson. She centers it, but nobody was there to get the puck from her. Now Graysick tying up. Shot there. That one deflects. Oh, that's a goal there, folks. And a shot that just bounced off of a random stick and took a funny hop right into the back of the net. Ugh. 6:25 to go. We have a running clock, so it's going to go by pretty quickly. Puck comes out of there to Peterson. Peterson knocks it out of the zone. Now Crow with the puck. She skates it and chips it out. Reichel moves it up to Young. Young comes in with it. Shot! There, saved by the goalie. Good hard, aggressive shot by Jillian Young. But unfortunately, right to the belly of the goalie. Line change here, offensive line change here for the Wildcats, as we have Kramer, Weber, and Kleider back out on the ice for the Wildcats. Peterson hustling to chase this one down. She gets it. Comes Kleider to help. Now Crow working in here towards the near corner. Maine comes up with it. Finally knocked away by Crow, directly to Kleider. Kleider tries to pass it up to Kramer, but didn't make it through one of the Maine skaters' skates. And we find ourselves back in our defensive zone. Centering pass there, knocked away by Kleider, but goes directly to Maine skater, and they fire it right back into the back of the net. Ugh. 4:45 to play. We have Koski, Koplo, and Angel out on offense with Claire and Conaway back on defense. Conaway chips it up to Angel. Maine steals it away. Now Koski, she gets the puck away, but it ends up back deep in our zone. Now Conaway chips it up to Angel again. Angel unable to clear the zone. Shot from the blue line. And just off of Brownlee's right side, and that one finds its way into the back of net to make this 9-1. All right, Koplo, Koski, and Angel on offense. Conaway and Claire back on defense. Claire still putting in solid effort, even though the score is 9-1. We like to see that. Now Koski with the puck. Claire comes up with it, fires a shot, and that one deflected wide. Now Koplo with the puck. She loses it, then loses an edge, unfortunately. And Maine dumps this one back in. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here in this game. Maine gets the puck away. Hard shot there by Claire. That's just going to be a frustration shove, and I get that. Been a frustrating night. 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Kits are going to be on the penalty kill here for 2 minutes of that. 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Nord, Weber, Koniger, and Young. Koniger taking the face off. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Brown, not Weber. Young chips that one out. Deep into the main zone. Koniger trying to provide the forecheck. And Maine moves that one deep into the Evanston zone. Brown with the puck. She chips it around the boards. Maine moves it back the other way. Now Nord with it. She sends it back around. Now Maine with it. They center. Nord moves that one outside and just gets a little bit ahead of it. She looked like she wanted to take that one. Now Young with the puck. Tries to send it out. That'll be high sticking, meaning Maine skater tried to knock, she did actually knock that one out of the air, which is illegal. I mean, if your stick goes higher than parallel to the ground, it's called high sticking. They call that because they don't want players waving their stick up in the air, because that's a good way to hurt somebody. Now Weber chasing. As the puck comes out of the zone. Brown back to Nord. Now Kleider with the puck. 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the game. 32 seconds on the penalty kill. Maine skates it around. Good move there. And they clear the zone. Now Nord with it. She moves it up to Kleider. Just off of Kleider's stick, and Maine recovers control as they bring it back into the Evanston zone. Centering pass there, knocked away by Maine. .42 seconds, back at full strength. Player back out on the ice for the Wildcats. Now Nord with it. She looks to skate it. She comes with it. Pass over to Weber, and the puck's still bouncing around and staying in the zone. 16 seconds to go. Kleider chases it down, and now Brown pressuring. Good back check. Folks, that's the game. 9-1 here at Robert Crown. Final shots on goal: 34 for Maine and 19 for Evanston. We did see some good sparks of offense. Just couldn't find the back of the net other than one time. So a pretty frustrating night for everybody. I think we all expected a little bit more. Be that way though after coming off a Thanksgiving break and some downtime. We'll be back Wednesday night. Looking up the time here. Wednesday, December 3rd, we'll be back here at 8 p.m. where we play Chicago Central Romans. Should be a good matchup. They'll most likely also be in our division come the regular season. So thanks for joining me, and we will see you back here on Wednesday.